floors and sweep till the floor's all clean.
Like Rapunzel, those applying to college have so much to balance. From getting good grades to extracurricular activities and writing that dreaded essay, applying to college is not easy. It is obvious what a person's grades and clubs say about them, but how does the SAT factor into all of this? Recently, the true predictive power of the Scholastic Aptitude Test, or SAT, has come under major scrutiny. Colleges are beginning to realize that its ability to predict a student's success in higher education is highly limited, and instead of opening doors for people to go to college, it is closing them. First of all, the SAT test measures analytical intelligence. The shortcomings of the strategy in assessing college preparedness can be summarized from Sternberg's article, College Admissions Beyond Controversial Testing. Berg writes, college admissions tests assess only analytical skills and completely ignore creative and practical skills. The SAT questions are made to favor students who think logically, have high abstract thinking skills, and have good test-taking abilities. Now, although analytical intelligence skills are important in some fields of study, like science or engineering programs, the importance of these abilities decrease when looking at other areas of study. Therefore, there is no way that the SAT can truly measure potential success for all students who hope to attend college. Likewise, a study done in defining promise, optional standardized testing policies in American colleges and universities, show that those who submitted their SAT scores and those who did not had very little difference in their graduation rates. In other words, those who chose to give colleges their SAT scores had the same chance of graduating from a college than those who chose not to give them to colleges, bringing into question the ability for the SAT to predict a student's chance of succeeding in college. Secondly, SATs have a socioeconomic bias. In college performance predictions in the SAT, Jesse Rothstein proves that there is a link between SAT scores and socioeconomic status. In other words, Rothstein found that test takers from lower income backgrounds have a higher probability of scoring lower on the SAT. This can be explained by the increased amount of resources available to those from higher economic classes, including SAT prep courses, schools with more funding, and extra help. Rothstein concluded that some of the SAT's predictive power is not due solely to the test, but rather reflects economic status, which does affect success in college regardless of the student's SAT scores, be it scholarship availability, being a first-generation college student, or higher student debt. So if the SATs do not predict college performance, what does? The study, Determinants of Undergraduate GPAs, SAT scores, high school GPA, and high school rank, showed how high school performance can predict success in college. High school performance includes overall GPA, class rank, high school transcript, and academic rigor. This, in effect, decreases the emphasis on testing. As a result, high school GPA is shown to be a much better predictor of college performance than SAT scores because it takes into account many more skills which would be useful in a college setting. In defining promise, optional standardized testing policies in American college and university admissions, the researchers show that colleges suffer more from admitting those with a lower high school GPA but higher SAT score than admitting those with a lower SAT score but higher GPA. Going on, college is a difficult transition. Non-cognitive predictors of student success in college discusses how the ability to achieve or not to achieve in college has a lot to do with certain emotional intelligence factors. The research found that the traits which showed up in the most successful college students were independence, stress management, problem solving, and adaptability, not just analytical intelligence. In other words, a student's success in college strongly depends on how emotionally prepared they are for this big transition, which the SAT cannot predict. So what should be done to give college admissions a better sense of a student's potential? First of all, the SAT could be better put to use. The test itself should be given less power in college admissions. It is clear that high school performance is the #1 predictor of success in higher education, and that the SAT has very little predictive power compared to it. However, the SAT can potentially predict success in areas where analytical intelligence is used, like engineering programs and business programs. A study done by Samuel Rohr showed that students enrolled in STEM or business programs with higher SAT scores had a higher probability of staying with the program until graduation. So the SAT could be used as a prerequisite test to measure the potential success for students wishing to enter these programs, instead of being used as a test for all students wishing to receive a higher education. But before that happens, certain changes need to be made. In order to decrease the socioeconomic bias linked to the SAT, prep courses and tutoring should be made available to all who wish to take the exam. This will help those who do not have the resources to afford tutoring or prep classes receive the assistance that they need. The last solution could be to revise the test itself. Instead of using a test which only measures analytical intelligence, make the test based on the academic knowledge students should come into college knowing. Colleges can then use the students' test scores to place them more accurately into classes that can help them better achieve and close gaps in their learning. In summary, the SAT does not accurately predict success in higher education, even though it is considered heavily in college admissions. By making the SAT optional, or replacing it with a knowledge and not aptitude-based test, along with increasing the importance of high school performance, a better understanding of a student's potential for success in college can be achieved.